Welcome to the 2026 running of the official GPTX 3 hours of SEBRING, a field of 7 cars and 4 teams spanning across 2 racing classes. Qualifying week takes the Ford pair of Vector and Zelton into P1, the Class B GT 109 behind in P2, and the second Mark 2 of Crzy and Liam in P3 for the Le Mans start, with non-qualifying drivers starting their race in from pit lane.
An interview with Lola Dunlop, team manager and driver of the T70, Crzy Greeky, sheds light on their strategy starting from the back of the field.
Honestly, being the team manager at Lola isn't an easy task, of course, but honestly, we believe that we can scramble for points if needed, especially in races that are of survival. I don't know how to say it. There's races of attrition, and honestly, we will manage quite decently, at least score a handful of points. Of course, we aren't at the pace of like Ferrari or Ford, but we hope that we can pull out some good results.
Merely 20 minutes or so after the green flags, the number 11 Chaparral sticks itself onto the sandhills on turn number 8, bringing out the safety car. The 4:13 recordings are only laps after the track was cleared and the early morning racing was back underway. The two lone Mark IIs fight for the lead as their closest rivals in the Chaparrals struggle to regain their footing. The first Class B since the Daytona season opener runs strong on the debut, with drivers of Jumbo and Silver Sword paving the way. A short pre-race interview with Crzy, fourth in the Drivers' Championship, on how he will combat this physically draining circuit.
I think we could definitely secure a second place finish at the very least, but a win would be most optimal and is very likely.
The Florida sun finally begins to bake the track. After almost an hour of pitch black driving, the drivers make use of this light to optimize consistency from 5 o'clock to 5:30. Despite stops for fuel and tires, the field remains unchanged, while drivers do everything in their power to keep an eye on the road and make it out to the end. The Chaparral team remains optimistic, with the number 12 behind the number 1 Mark II in P1, aiming to make their first official finish in the season, a heavy hitter and a worry to the championship dominators of Ford Motor Company.
Halfway through the race, the pit lane is riddled with cars looking to minimize any wasted time a stop for fuel will give them. A controversial driver swap of the Ford number 1, with Crzy allowing 1 lap for the team reserve driver in order to qualify 4 points. He continues to expand the gap between him and second.
At around 5:45, connection issues with the hosting party halts the race. Red flags as the grid waits in the pits, strategizing for the final leg of the race. The final driver swaps and refuels are complete at around 6:25, when drivers exit the pit lane and follow the safety car, determined to finish their race on a high. By 6:35, the grid tangos for points under the setting sun. Ford struggles to take back their once well-claimed positions from the well-resetted Chaparrals, still eager to claim a win. The number 17 Mark I fights for a podium spot, while the number 2 Mark II looms behind the roaring GT 109. The 3-hour event over. The number 1 takes the win here at Sebring. The Chaparrals on the first finish take 2 and 4, with Zelton and Vector in between. The GT 109 in an overall position of P5 ahead of Moo McLaren and Nick, and then 17 Mark I, P7. Given to the Lola, bringing no points in their manufacturer's championship battle with Ferrari.